There's only one man who can help me.
That was the scene from Back to the Future 2, where Dr. Emmett Brown sends Marty McFly back home to 1985 in the DeLorean by harnessing the power from a bolt of lightning to engage the flux capacitor and send them back to the future. Well, the unbelievable feat technically sort of took place twice, due to this being the second occasion of that particular event, and also due to some really crazy time traveling antics, and thus dispelling any myth that lightning doesn't strike twice. This phenomenon has happened to footballers. They obviously didn't time travel, they club hopped, and somehow they won back-to-back league titles with different teams. Imagine what it feels like to win one league title, then move to a next club and do it all over again. That's bad boy.
Yeah, boy.
Today we're diving into the rare breed of footballers who jump from one title winning team to another, to rinse and repeat, and also look into the events and situations that caused them to leave their previous club. Welcome back. Before we get into the video, do us a favour and press those buttons consecutively. Nice one. Alright, let's get into it. Footballers who won consecutive league titles with different clubs. Thank you. Eric Cantona, the man, the myth, the collar. In 1991-1992, Leeds United signed Cantona from Nîmes in France, but his flair helped Leeds to win the last ever First Division title. Surrounding his move to Manchester United there were many rumours, from a manager-player bust-up to infidelity with then Lee Chapman's wife. Whatever happened, Leeds offered Cantona to Manchester United, and Fergie said, yeah, and snapped him up for £1.2 million, a bargain. At Old Trafford, Cantona scored 9 goals and transformed United into title winners, their first league title in 26 years. This led to United's long period of dominance in the English game, and then becoming champions of Europe on 2 occasions. What a signing. Leeds fans still haven't forgiven him, but United fans have made him a legend. In 2015-16, N'Golo Kanté covered every blade of grass for Leicester City. Kanté's performances in midfield were excellent, earning plaudits and praise throughout the season, and he was instrumental to Leicester winning their first ever league title. He made 173 tackles and 157 interceptions, the highest by any player in the Premier League. Signed for just £5.6 million from Cannes, he was the heartbeat of the greatest ever underdog story in the Premier League's history. At the time, Leicester were considered by bookmakers 5,000 to 1 to win the league title. The following season, Chelsea saw this and thought, yeah, I'll take that. They triggered his £32 million release clause, which now seems like a real bargain. He kept all his form from last season and helped Chelsea to win the Premier League title and became the first player since 1993 to win the Premier League back-to-back with 2 different clubs. He was named in the Team of the Year for the 2nd season in a row and named PFA Player of the Season. Following those back-to-back title wins, Kanté went on to win the following: 1 Premier League, 1 FA Cup, 1 Europa League, 1 Champions League, 1 UEFA Super Cup, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, 1 Nations League, 1 FIFA World Cup, and a Saudi Pro League and Cup double. After winning everything from the Premier League to the World Cup, Kanté quietly walked off the pitch, probably apologising for tackling too well. Rumour has it he even helped them to clean the dressing room before leaving, just because that's Pete Kanté. If trophies were awarded for humility, he'd need a second house. Still humble, what a great guy. Johan Cruyff had been Ajax's golden boy, winning multiple European Cups and domestic titles. But he turned 36 in the summer of 1983, during his second spell, having just helped the club clinch the domestic league and cup double. It was an achievement which was rewarded with the news that he was not going to be offered a new contract, being told that he was too old at the age of 36. With a point to prove and anger levels high, Cruyff opted for the previously unthinkable. He said "F*** you" to Ajax and went to sign for their bitter rivals Feyenoord. It was like Messi joining Real Madrid or Steven Gerrard suiting up for Manchester United. He played alongside rising stars like Ruud Gullit, and his leadership helped transform Feyenoord into a cohesive, tactically sharp unit. Cruyff wasn't just a player, he was the brains on the pitch. Early in the season, Feyenoord suffered a humiliating 8-2 defeat to Ajax, which only fueled Cruyff's determination. By the end of the campaign, Feyenoord had the last laugh. Cruyff's final season as a player was a masterclass in defiance, vision, and footballing genius. Petty? Maybe. Brilliant? Absolutely. A legendary last dance. Any transfer involving a player between Barcelona and Real Madrid is super controversial. We all saw the pig's head thrown onto the pitch at the Nou Camp during Luis Figo's first ever game for Madrid, but before this, we had Michael Laudrup, and thankfully, no pig's heads. Laudrup was a quick, intelligent, talented midfielder known for his pace on the ball and is regarded as one of the most effective and versatile attacking midfielders, as well as one of the most skillful and elegant players in the history of the game. He signed for Barcelona from Juventus in 1989 and was Johan Cruyff's maestro. Laudrup claimed 9 trophies in total, including 4 successive league titles from 1991 to 1994 and the European Cup in 1992. Tensions grew between the player and the manager, and Michael Laudrup was benched for the 1994 UEFA Champions League final. So what did he do? He crossed the divide to Real Madrid on a free transfer. Cold-blooded, hey? Well, maybe not. Despite the widespread belief that he joined the arch-rivals Real Madrid to get back at Cruyff, Laudrup stated that he had a perfect time, 5 fantastic years at Barcelona, and that he went to Madrid because they were hungry to win. And he was right, they were. Laudrup won the league that season, making him the only player to win the Spanish league back-to-back with different clubs. Equally, he achieved something so special that no other player had achieved. He won back-to-back Clásico matches, winning 5-0 for both clubs. And there's a tale that apparently some child fan somewhere named him 5050. British football journalist Daniel Story wrote of Laudrup, "No other player is loved on both sides of the Clásico divide quite like Michael Laudrup, as he remains held high in regard by both Barca fans and Madrid fans. No booing, no white flags, and no pigs' heads." Andrea Pirlo is celebrated as one of football's greatest midfield maestros, renowned for his panoramic vision, impeccable technique and creativity. He mastered the deep-line playmaker role, often dubbed the regista, dictating the tempo with precise and long-short passes and delivering exquisite set pieces. His free-kick prowess and composure under pressure set him apart as a cerebral architect on the pitch. In the 2010-11 campaign, under new coach Massimo Allegri, Pirlo made just 17 Serie A appearances, contributing 1 goal and 3 assists. Despite his reduced playing time, he played a part in Milan securing the Scudetto, adding a second Serie A title to his Milan honours before departing at the season's end. Contract renewals stalled over the length of the deal rather than the salary. Milan's policy offered multi-year contracts only to players under 30, so Pirlo, a 32-year-old still performing at a high level, was presented with a 1-year contract extension and felt that the club undervalued him. Seeking longer security and a clear role, he opted to join Juventus on a free transfer, driven by his desire to prove that he remained at his peak. Pirlo's move to Juventus sparked an immediate renaissance. In the 2011-12 season, under Antonio Conte, he played 37 games for the club. He attempted 13.23 long balls per 90 minutes at an 84% success rate and registered 10 assists from Serie A, orchestrating play from midfield. His creative influence helped Juventus clinch the Scudetto and made history by going unbeaten throughout the league campaign. Following that win, Pirlo and Juventus went on to win the league for the next 3 seasons, also collecting 1 Coppa Italia during that time. Juventus benefited greatly from Milan's hasty decision to allow him to leave the club. Talk about not making the right decision, hey? Gustl Starek was a multifaceted midfielder known for his tactical intelligence and versatility. Comfortable on either wing or in a central role, he combined precise passing with late arriving runs into the box. His stamina and relentless work rate underpinned both defensive duties and attacking transitions. An eye for goal, evident in powerful long-range strikes, and adaptability to various tactical systems made him a valued asset in every side he represented. During the 1967-68 Bundesliga campaign, Starek featured in 24 league matches for Nürnberg, scoring 5 goals. His creative distribution and timely runs into scoring positions were instrumental in Max Merkel's side clinching the club's first Bundesliga title. Starek's blend of box-to-box dynamism and technical flair helped Nürnberg edge out fierce rivals in a tightly contested title race. Following their championship triumph, coach Max Merkel embarked on a major squad overhaul ahead of the 1968-69 season. 13 new faces arrived, and several experienced campaigners, including Austrian international Starek, were sold to streamline the team for a new fresh challenge. This sweeping restructuring prompted Starek's decision to seek pastures new at Bayern Munich. Starek's move to Bayern Munich sparked an immediate impact. In the 1968-69 season, he made 34 Bundesliga appearances and netted 4 goals from midfield. His inclusive passing and late runs bolstered Bayern's attacking potency under Branko Zabek. Ultimately, Starek became the first player to win consecutive Bundesliga titles with different clubs, helping Bayern to secure the championship and laying the foundations for an era of domestic dominance. Mark Schwarzer signed a 1-year contract with Fulham's West London rivals Chelsea on a free transfer just before the start of the 2014-15 season. He didn't play a minute for his new club and left in January 15 for Leicester City. Chelsea won the league that year. The following season, while still at Leicester, they too won the league. Schwarzer had won back-to-back league titles and didn't play a single minute in either title-winning season. No medals, but still league winners. Chelsea's backup keeper in 2014-2015, then Leicester City's backup in 2015 and 2016. He watched greatness twice. The first man to win back-to-back Premier League titles without kicking a ball.
Respect, man.
We need to talk about Jose. Although he never laced up his boots professionally, Mourinho's early triumphs marked him as a managerial phenomenon. His rise was meteoric. In 2003, he took the reins at FC Porto and wasted no time declaring his ambition. At his very first press conference, he stated emphatically that they would win the league. He wasn't bluffing. That season, Porto stormed to the Premier League title with an impressive 27 wins, 5 draws and only 2 losses. They didn't stop there. They lifted the Taça de Portugal and clinched the UEFA Cup, beating Celtic in a dramatic final. The following year, Mourinho redefined his formula for defiance. Porto opened the campaign by winning the Portuguese Super Cup and went on to win another Premier League title, whilst boasting a perfect home record. This was capped off by winning the UEFA Champions League title, a feat that stunned the continent. His exploits caught the eye of Chelsea, again, who appointed him in 2004. Upon arrival, Mourinho famously proclaimed himself as the special one, and once again he delivered. Chelsea claimed their first top-flight championship in 50 years, steamrolling the league with 95 points, from 29 wins, 6 draws and just 3 defeats. That season saw records tumbled. Most points, 95, most wins, 29, most clean sheets, 25, fewest goals conceded, only 15, and the most away wins, 15. A legacy etched into Premier League history. To cap off a remarkable campaign, Chelsea also won the League Cup, defeating Liverpool 3-2 after extra time. Although this player hasn't won the league with more than one team, he has taken winning the league consecutively to a new stratosphere. With no real introduction required, meet Thomas Müller. Thomas Müller is the Bayern Munich Wunderkind. He has won the Bundesliga trophy an astonishing 11 times in a row between 2013 and 2023.
What?
Yes, unfortunately for everyone else in the Bundesliga, 11 times consecutively.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A product of Bayern Munich's youth system, Müller represented the club ever since. In 2025, his final season at the club, he became the most decorated player in 62 years of Bundesliga, winning 33 major trophies, including 13 Bundesliga titles, 6 DFB Pokals, 8 DFL Super Cups, 2 UEFA Champions League titles, 2 UEFA Super Cups, 2 FIFA Club World Cups, and he's also won the FIFA World Cup with Germany in 2014. Man's been collecting trophies like Panini album stickers. Müller didn't waste any time. He got to work straight away, winning both the League and Cup double in his very first full season, as well as the DFL Super Cup in 2009. And the rest is history, playing over 500 matches for the club and scoring 150 goals over 17 years. Nicknamed the Raumdeuter, his uncanny sense of finding pockets of space turned him into both a creator and finisher. He is not blessed with super pace or strength, but he's an unorthodox player, intelligent, tireless, and blessed with fox-in-the-box instincts, and he's proof that you don't need to club switch to rewrite the record books on consecutive titles. You've just seen a number of players that have won league titles consecutively over 2 years for more than one club. Some having a huge impact on the club's success and some not even playing a single match. Both Cruyff and Pirlo were told they were too old to play in the next season for their previous club, and Kanté being bought by Chelsea immediately in the following season due to his performances in the last. But for me, the best award goes to Michael Laudrup, a very elegant and skillful Danish footballer that had a very fruitful career. He played for rivals Barcelona and then Madrid. He spent 5 years with the Catalan Giants, winning numerous trophies including Barcelona's first Champions League, and the following season he left Catalonia for the capital to play for and win the league with Los Blancos. Other players have crossed the divide between the two rival clubs and really paid the price, when you consider the history of the rivalry and what it means to each fan base. But for a player to be celebrated by each club and for that player to win 5-0 and 5-0 for both clubs in consecutive Clásicos is truly remarkable and deserves a huge amount of respect. Thank you, Michael, for what you've done for both clubs. Winning a league title is one of the most exhilarating feelings you can ever feel in football. To compete and finish at the top of the league table against your rivals and your peers over a season is truly a feat that stands above everything else. To win the league takes a huge amount of discipline and mental resilience to perform at such a high level for every match, leaving a legacy and a special feeling for the club, the managers and the fans alike. But as a player, winning it once is remarkable. It proves that a formula worked. Winning back-to-back titles shows an undeniable consistency and superiority, but to achieve it consecutively with two different clubs, that's a rare mastery, a sign of someone who doesn't just adapt, they transform. It's a distinction etched in football folklore. Right, we're at the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it and learnt a bit about some of these amazing and influential players. Whether they left in glory or out of spite or on the bench, these players all pulled off one of football's rarest flexes. Back-to-back league titles, different teams. Who did we miss? Drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe. Unless you want to end up like the club that let Pirlo go for free. See you next time on Football Central. Stay safe and take care.